varying other factors, but they were better films. But this one was one of the best surprises I've ever seen. I tell you what, I think I found the viewing of it. My wife had bought one of those terrible fucking Walmart things where it's got 30 horror movies in one, DVD thing, and one DVD has got like Prom Night and a bunch of good ones, and the other three are just shit. But
exactly.
But Curtains was on one of those discs, and it was great. And I tell you what, if I ever find that disc, I will give it to you so you can watch it.
I bet it's public domain. I'm going to do some searches for it, see if I can find it later on.
Yeah, man, it's good, but it was a big controversy surrounding it, too, because it was one of the few slashers of that year that was lower budget but had some really over-the-top fucking kills in it.
Oh, yeah. Well, badass, man. I like over-the-top kills, as you well know.
Absolutely. So let me get off the soapbox here, but I think I'll be the lone wolf because I don't think Vic has that movie on his list, and you may not have it on yours for your reaction.
I don't. I've never seen it, so I just wanted to state that for the record. I've not seen every movie from 1983, so, far be it from any of us to be perfect as far as that goes, which is a shame because we'd love to have seen all the movies and just be able to have all sorts of fucking knowledge spewing out. Had a hard time finding a lot of these movies before our show. A lot of times I'll do research coming in, but not a lot of them out there. I mean, other than the ones I own, obviously.
True. So let's go with your. Where are we at now? Are we on Vic's or yours?
Mine. Vic's was Vic's went before you. He had he was the one that had Sweet 16. Now I'm up, and this I tell you what, it's hard, okay, because this is a movie that I feel like is a generic slasher, and on other years it wouldn't have been in my top 10, but it does have a special place as far as, like, recognition. I feel like people mention this movie, they don't know shit about it, but they know the name, and it's The House on Sorority Row. Certainly not my favorite slasher, but it just has name value, and I feel like I couldn't do a list without The House on Sorority Row. Even the poster is sweet. It's a slasher. Nothing can prepare you for what happens when she fights back. And there's a parody poster with Scream 2 on that. So I thought that was cool.
It is cool. Good job, man.
The House on Sorority Row is one of those movies that's just kind of ingrained in my fucking memories. But again, not since the VHS days have I seen it. So House on Sorority Row slips in just because of, nostalgia purposes. Nothing more, maybe not even quality. I'm not sure. But again, what are you going to put there at this point? But yeah, man, I like the fact that we're coming out with some that maybe we haven't seen, like Curtains, because I want to check that out now. And Vic comes out with one that, if I've seen it, God, it's been forever. His number 8 is Mountaintop Motel Massacre. It's an independent horror film directed and written by Jim McCullough Sr., starring Anna Chappelle, Bill Thurman, and Amy Hill. And I think Amy Hill is the only one that went on to do anything whatsoever. Took place in Louisiana with a bunch of motel room setting. And I don't recall ever seeing this movie. So Vic has it at number 8. Whether he's actually seen it or not is beyond me. Because I swear I question this sometimes with Vic. I love Vic, but his horror is very limited at times. So everybody can report that back to Vic if you haven't already. Go ahead.
I'm sure he knows. There's no reason.
Or he's very picky about it.
He doesn't give a fuck either. I can guarantee he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, at times he's like, with the way he is with horror, it's the way he is with food. I mean, like, Vic's a big boy, but if you ever take him to a restaurant, he is fucking plain Jane with his food. He wants, like, a burger or a Philly cheesesteak with no fucking vegetables, period. You can't get him to have sushi, can't get him to have any toppings but, like, pepperoni on a pizza. Yeah, so Vic's very plain Jane when it comes to food, and that's kind of how I feel like he is with horror. He's stuck in his ways.
I'll have to remember that. So when I come and visit you guys, my wife and I, we come visit you, we'll all go out to eat together, and I know what Vic's going to have because Vic's cheap, and I love a cheap date.
We'll have to go to fucking El Nopal or something, which is a Mexican place. That's our usual hangout,
Oh, my wife and I kill for some. We do, man. We get the biggest platter of fajita meat and stuff, and we go to work on it, man. We go to Los Jalapenos, Los Agaves. We'll give any good Mexican place a chance. That's our go-to food besides Chinese.
It's very good for me because, like most of their stuff's gluten-free except for the flour tortillas. But, like with nachos and things like that, I can eat all that stuff. And this isn't me fucking being a fad dieter, just so everybody knows who's listening who hasn't listened before. I actually have to eat that way, and it pisses me off. But, yeah.
I am, but I can still say hi.
You sound far away. Maybe I turned it down. Hang on. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Maybe you had some loud children waking up. I'm not sure.
No, I was trying to talk to my wife, and it was obviously a bad time, so.
It's okay, buddy. So, all right. Where the fuck are we? I don't even remember now, because I'm pretty sure Vic came out with his number 8. Yeah, Mountaintop Massacre, whatever the fuck. So, I guess that would put you up next, buddy.
Okay. My number 8 is probably not one that anybody else is going to have, but it was, and I like it for all the wrong reasons, I guess. There's a lot of good sequences in it that are not the other things, and there's also a very, very well-known circulated story that there was an accident that occurred on the set of this that resulted in the death of the actor and 2 kids that were with him, and I know you know the one I'm talking about. The Twilight Zone, the movie, 1983.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my number 8. A little low on the totem pole, but that's only because we're so damn limited with 83, and there really wasn't a whole hell of a lot of movies out like that, so that kind of made it the leader of its own pack. Yeah, I'm still here.
You're very quiet right now. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me better now?
You still there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello? Hello?
Blake?
Hold on a
Blake,
second.
I can't hear you. Well, I know he has Twilight Zone at 8. Are you still there, buddy? You're talking. I cannot hear you.
Hello?
There you are. What happened?
I don't know what happened. I have no fucking idea.
Got really
Are
quiet.
you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. You just
Hold
got
on,
real
let
quiet.
me fix this. I love it how I just picked up a $200 wireless headset, and now it's cutting in and out and shit. I think I've got a damn storm coming. That might be. Yeah. Oh,
is that the one you find tortured and killed for?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, but anyway, yes, Vic Morrow and those 2 children were killed on the set of that film. And the film, there was not another film like it the year it came out, like an anthology sort of like that. So it was kind of a leader in its own pack. So that's why it made the list. And it was good.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. It's one of those that they tried to remake some classics, and in some ways they succeeded, in some ways they failed, and I may get into that later. I guess that brings me up. Blake, I mean, I agree with all the things you said about Jaws 3D, but I still have to have it on my list. It is fucking Jaws movie. It's not the worst of the Jaws movies. That comes with Jaws The Revenge. I remember watching
I actually like Jaws Revenge better than Jaws 3D, if you can believe that.
I just like the setting of Jaws 3D, and maybe it's because I worked in an amusement park, for years. Well, I say years. I worked there for 3 years. Vic worked there about 20 years, and I'm not fucking around. Like, he worked there almost 20 years, something like that. Honestly, he worked there probably 16 years, something like that. He might tell you it's more than that, and it may be. But, yeah, I mean, I just like the idea of an amusement park getting fucked with by a shark. Beyond that, it's just cheese. But, again, it's fucking 1983, which is garbage for horror. So, what can I say? Jaws 3D makes the cut. It wouldn't any other year. I don't think.
No, I don't think it would either.
All right, man. Well, let's see here. So you've gotten through Jaws 3D, Curtains, which I need to watch. I'm going to star that so I know to watch it. Twilight Zone, which is interesting. Everyone listened to last week's show about the Twilight Zone, 3 episodes. They were hit or miss. And then, what is your number 7, sir?
Are we doing my number 7, or are we doing Vic's number 7? We're doing Vic first, aren't we?
Oh, you're right. Vic's up first. You have to excuse me, because here's what's happened, Blake. I've tried to lose weight lately because I got fat from drinking too much and stuff, And so I barely ate anything today. I mean, I ate like check this out. I tried cauliflower pizza crust today, and it was fucking good. Like, I was
My
surprised
wife would have told you that if you would have asked. My wife eats a lot of that same stuff, so
yeah. I know why she does, and that's good for her. My ex-wife had the same deal that she did, and she didn't fucking take care of herself at all. You know?
You talking about the same deal? You know what my wife did? I didn't know that she knew that.
I assume she had. Well, I don't know if you want me to talk about it on the show.
Well, she had the sleeve, the sleeve put in, the gastric sleeve. Yeah.
Gastric bypass?
Well, it was not really a bypass. It was more like they put the gastric sleeve. They cut out a part of her stomach and put the sleeve in. So her stomach is about the size of my 4-year-old son's.
Similar to what my ex-wife had.
Right. I'll put it this way. My wife and I went and spent like $50 on steak for the two of us at the grocery store. They had a great sale on thick-ass, 2 3-inch thick steaks. And on that one steak, she ate on that steak for 3 fucking days.
Wow. Well, yeah, my ex-wife didn't fucking follow that, and she ended up getting really fat again. So, and I'm only saying that mean because fuck her. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's good to hear that she's doing well. But yeah, I tried the cauliflower pizza tonight. My wife's trying to lose weight too. You know, after 5 kids, it gets hard. So she's just trying to get down to maybe not like her 19-year-old weight, but her pregnancy weight, which it feels like she's been pregnant since I've known her at this point. So anyway, we both tried the cauliflower pizza tonight, and it was the type where you buy it frozen, and it wasn't bad, man. She put on toppings to it to make it better, and so I just haven't eaten much today, and so I've had, this is my second glass of wine, and yeah, I'm pretty fucking tore up. So if I get out of line as far as my rhythm, as far as who's going next and everything, it's on the line. I'm drinking Pinot Grigio tonight from Target, which cost all of $5. So thank you, Target, for sponsoring my show tonight. Our show. So I want to read this specifically. I don't know why he's cussing at you, but his number 7 is Thriller. Okay? And it says in parentheses, listed on Wiki, so fuck you, Blake, it counts.
Who said anything? Oh, you know what? Fuck you,
I'm pretty
Vic.
sure
That's all I need is fucking gangster fucking wannabe Chris Farley over there talking shit. I never said a fucking word about him getting on Wiki. I use Wikipedia at times when I, want to appear dumber than I actually am,
Used to be, and I don't know. I'm a little drunk, so let me talk a little bit like, I'm saying fuck you, Blake. The Thriller is a horror movie. That's all I'm saying. It don't matter if it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It's a horror movie. All right.
Okay, he's referring to Michael Jackson's Thriller. Yeah, I get it.
Yes, he is. And once upon a time, we did a YouTube show that YouTube was nice enough to delete because we're just animals. And Corey had Thriller in his top 5 Halloween movies of all time. So I guess there's some precedent that's set for Thriller. So Thriller's Vic's number 7. I can tell you now, I was trying to be a little more hardcore and not have Thriller on my fucking list. So whatever, more power to Vic. He's Lunatic Vic, after all. He used to be a rapper.
That doesn't fucking surprise me.
It shouldn't surprise you. And I used to fuck around with him all the time and saying, and not only is he a rapper, he's a country music artist, and they call him Tractor Victor.
It's fucking tragic is what that is.
He didn't like that too much. And I used to, well, once upon a time we went to a concert. It was Twisted, okay? I don't know if you've ever heard Twisted, but if you've heard of Insane Clown Posse.
Fucking juggalos. Yeah, I get it. I know who they are. Yeah.
Right. So we went to Twisted in Cincinnati, and this is when I gave a shit about going to a concert. And on the way home, all right, so if you're sensitive to think comments like this, you just need to tune out, people. Vic, we're all freestyling rapping, okay? And keep in mind, I'm the whitest person that anybody's ever met. So me doing it's pretty poor. I don't even remember what I was saying. And this was before my really hardcore drinking days. So who knows what was going on with me. But I remember specifically Vic rapping. And at some point in his rap, he says, I stick a gun in her pussy and she swallows the cum. And I think it was like anti-abortion or supporting abortion. I'm not really sure which. But that's what Vic said in his rap. His freestyle rap at that.
Of course he did, because he's also the same